How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Excellent, excellent. So
Congratulations on
both
being
of us have to
elected.
record. Same to you.
Yeah, I pressed record.
Okay, but I'm guessing I should record as well. Is that how it works, or no? Just one person
If you
has to
want to
record, correct?
win and go up to the next round.
Great.
Hey,
Well, there
hey
we go.
guys,
Hi.
I
Hi,
think we're
Todd.
Hey,
room
Todd.
one here, huh? Ready to
Room
win.
one.
Yeah, cool. I think we'll wait a little bit. Yeah, we got a fourth. Let's hear Mark. There you go. How you doing, buddy?
You're muted, Mark.
I think you're muted.
Doing great. How are you guys doing?
Doing great. Great to
Good.
see you guys. Thanks for everyone showing up, making this happen.
Very
Yes,
exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we can go around the room, maybe introduce ourselves again, sort of. I guess we're going to do the same format and process as round one.
Yeah. You
Okay.
want me to start?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Okay. My name is Ami. I live in Israel, and I'm really excited to be here. I didn't expect to be elected in the first round, but I'm really happy. And I'm a software developer. I'm 50 years old. I really like developing software, and I'm an entrepreneur. And I stumbled upon EOS in the early days when it was in the ICO, and my reaction was when I read the white paper was, wow, this is amazing. It's going to solve what, it's going to deliver what Ethereum promised and never could. And that was my understanding when Ethereum came out, and I just dismissed the whole idea, and I missed on the ICO craze. I thought it was just garbage, but then I saw EOS and I said, I have to learn about it. And I was a little bummed that they chose C++ as the smart contract language. But then I said, okay, I'm going to put an effort and refresh my knowledge of this language. And that's what I did. Usually I work with IT companies on making all kinds of database software using web technologies. And recently I wrote this piece of software for EOS called SQL to EOS. So actually, is this the format, or should we do a quick round and say I'm presenting myself for the next round and then do the pitch? What do you
Sure.
think?
I mean, if we all, yeah, just kind of take a few minutes to introduce ourselves and say whether I guess our intentions are to run and ask for each other's vote. And then we can go around for maybe 15, 20 minutes and let everybody, have the floor. Does that sound good?
Yeah, sorry, I just jumped
yeah,
into
we
the
came
next
to,
stage.
Yeah, sorry to we came to a consensus on in the room last time, sort of to make it easy for them. So maybe if we could do that, we can kind of let everybody have their turn. And then maybe the last 15 minutes, sort of we can maybe discuss who we feel is best to represent our group moving forward. Is that okay?
Yeah, so just the last thing I wanted to say is that I started translating this. So it's
cool, thank you.
It's in Hebrew, and it's almost ready. I'm proofreading it now and having someone proofread it for me.
I'm sure Dan will be very, very happy with that. Thank you.
I hope so, yeah.
And let me know when you get done so I can help market it also.
Oh, great, thanks.
Yes, absolutely. Feel free to, the floor is still yours, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, so I wrote SQL to EOS, which is a small compiler, and it works online, and you just write your table definitions like an SQL database, and it outputs a smart contract with create, read, update, delete for all the tables as a basic starting point for you. And that's it. So the book in Hebrew is going to be the same format as Dan Larimer's English book. It's going to be as a PDF free for all online, and I hope to print several hundred copies and sell them. I don't want to give them for free because I think the perception is different if you have to actually buy the book. So I really want to sell them and not give them away.
Yeah, let me know. Like I said, when you do that, I can most definitely help you out with that.
Thank you. Yeah, I will. And I'm a major in the Israeli Defense Force in the Army, in reserve. And I have a skipper license. I lived in a boat for 2 years, in a sailboat. And what else? I'm a ham radio enthusiast. So I talk to people off grid. I mean, it's a different system. I just call them peer-to-peer. I can Morse. And that's it. That's me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. Did you happen to want to announce that you are running or not? Or
yes, I am. I am running.
And are you recording?
I'm recording. Yes,
Perfect.
it's working. And
Cool.
regarding the funds, I'm what I said in the first group. I'm going to say again. I plan on using some of the funds to pay me, and some it's probably going to be a small part. I'm going to have another part to pay for subcontractors, and I really want to pay them not with fiat but with EOS. And I think that's going to be a challenge, and I think that's an opportunity to talk one-on-one with newcomers and explain to them why it's worthwhile to them to get all of their pay in EOS or part of the pay in EOS, and how to open an account and just spread the tokens outside of the initial group that already knows about EOS. Also, if I get elected and somebody else has a good idea of a project or knows about something that is worthwhile funding, then talk to me. I think part of the role is to keep in touch with the group and continuously and fund other projects also, if that's okay with the group. That's me. Who's next?
Okay. Go ahead, Mark, if you'd like. Go ahead. You haven't smoked much. Feel free. Or Edgar. I think Edgar, you're muted.
Go ahead, Todd. You're already talking.
Okay. No, I just spend a few minutes. Maybe introduce myself. I think Mark, you're also a voice member. I noticed. Yeah, man. Good to see you again. It's a little bit shut down right now, huh?
Yeah.
But yeah, we had the opportunity to be with Dan since the beginning. I just want to say, for the record, I have read the book, and I fully endorse and back Dan's book, More Equal Animals. Even won the announcement post on Voice, so maybe we'll see what happens with that. My name is Todd Schlosser, and my handle name at EOS community is @Todd, and it is @Todd Schlosser on Telegram, just kind of for the record. A U.S. born citizen. I was born in 1984 here in Orlando, Florida. I moving in the process of moving to Brickell, Florida. About a couple years ago, about 18 months ago, I retired as a U.S. land surveyor. I was a land surveyor for almost 2 decades here in the U.S., traveling about the country doing various projects from industrial land survey sites to building entire communities. So kind of retired and sold that company, and sort of looking for my next passion project. My youngest daughter, of 4 daughters, just turned 18, so this is kind of a perfect opportunity to serve my community. And with that, I would like to say, this is will be my full-time job, if you will. This is I'm taking this responsibility on personally, whether I win here or not today. And I will be asking for you guys' vote, and I hope you do vote for me, because I will represent not only this group, but this community entire as my full-time commitment. This is not a side project of mine. This is not just something I'm playing around with, hoping and maybe doing this for the money. I plan on donating the money back if when we win the 100,000 EOS to put it right back into the Eden smart contract, and maybe pay some of the people who was kind of putting this together, and sort of let the community decide what's best to come to spend that 1,000 EOS with. You know, I can bring a lot to the table as far as commitment and dedication. My wife and I just celebrated our 21st anniversary a few days ago. So, you know, that's
Congratulations.
kind of,
Wow.
thank you, testament to my commitment. And I plan on bringing that same sort of commitment to the EOS community, and promoting, exclusively promoting the Eden EOS community. Like I said, exclusively. This is not a side project. This is what I'm very much passionate about, and I hope to be a part of this community for a long time coming. And you know, I will do my best to represent you fellows and the entire group in whole. And I will not sleep and stop until we get this mission out. So I'll let you guys have the floor. And just like I said, I asked for your vote, and I hope that we can come to a consensus and agreement that you know, one of us, whoever wins, regardless, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here for the long haul, and I hope that I can bring that dedication and commitment to kind of represent this community. So I would like to ask for you guys' vote, and you know, I give you my man-to-man promise that I will not let you down.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Todd.
Todd.
Yeah,
Thank
go
you.
ahead, Edgar, if you want. Yep.
Well, no, first, thanks, Amy and Todd and Mark for even being here, taking the time. My name's Edgar Fernandez. I'm co-founder of EOS Costa Rica, which is a VP based out of San Jose, Costa Rica. A little bit about myself first, about our project and why I'm here. One, I'm born and raised in Costa Rica, studied at finance and accounting, University of Virginia, then did 12 years in Wall Street in New York City, 7 years with Barclays, 5 years with Bank of America, trading emerging market debt. In 2018, quit that job, joined my brother, who was a software developer for ICE, Intercontinental Exchange at the time, and my father's idea of going full into blockchain. So that's a little bit about my background. About our company, we've been at the forefront of internet infrastructure since 1989. My dad started it as a BBS. Through the 90s, we were reselling ISP contracts in Costa Rica, connecting people to the internet, teaching them why it was important. Through the year 2000, in the last 2 decades, we've been providing infrastructure in our own data center here in San Jose, Costa Rica, co-location, dedicated servers, and managed hosting. 2013, we discovered, or my father discovered, Bitcoin as a payment system. We're the first company to receive cryptocurrency in the country, one of the first in Latin America, I would say. Then we started running nodes for Bitcoin, validator nodes, started to run infrastructure for other proof of stake consensus mechanisms, so Dash, SIA, Storage, Gridcoin, anything that would pay us to validate. We thought blockchain was the next, viewing blockchains as clients was the next big thing. We were a Steam witness and into BitShares early on, so that's how we knew Dan Larimer. When EOS came out in 2018, you know, we were there from the beginning. It just made sense. We had all the infrastructure and the experience running blockchain nodes for the last 5 years. Knowing Dan and delegated proof of stake meant a lot of sense to us to be infrastructure providers. So dedicated full time to that. Since running infrastructure, we've actually focused more on development and brought in some of the biggest enterprise projects in EOS.io. I think Grant Thornton, which is one of the top 5 accounting firms, was kind of our biggest project that we brought in. More recently, we've been working with the Inter-American Development Bank on LACchain, EOS.io version of a public permission change for Latin America and social impact. To be honest, very reluctant to join Eden, very reluctant to join governance in general. We've been burned time and time again by governance in EOS. We put our heads down to be builders and to work. and to demonstrate value by showing it by code. We've been very reluctant to be involved in politics to our detriment. We've never been paid by the community we've been in a paid position. We've made our money by, I guess, traditional statements of work and building business relationships. And, you know, I would say that I'm here somewhat reluctantly because we've put so much time in, but knowing that we need to get involved. We need to be part of the conversation as well if we want things to improve instead of staying on the sidelines. So you can say somewhat of a reluctant leader, but some say that's a good thing because I'm here not because I have the time or the resources, but because I have the passion and the commitment. Because honestly, I have a 9-month-old daughter. I run a whole business. I'm moving countries. Don't have a lot of time, but you know, it's sometimes they say you want to pick busy people because busy people get things done. So I'm carving out time because I'm passionate, and I think that I can actually right a ship here. I think all of us are hungry for that, for governance that works, and we've been disappointed time and time again. It's not all about tech. Clearly, governance is what not only you can see it in the market cap of the token, but in other communities. You need to be open and transparent about who's running decisions and how they're being made. So I'm here to put my time and efforts. I think if our community needs anything, it's less marketing and less talk and more doers, people that can land planes and execute and have shown that and have a track record of doing that. I think our team has done that. I'm not here representing EOS Costa Rica. I'm here representing myself. And hopefully, if more people that have been sidelined and more reluctant are brought back into the fold because of this type of effort that we're doing today, I think we're all better for it. So I am running. I do intend to represent this group. And hopefully, you'll prod me with questions on where I think this should be going and lead you to confidently think that I'm in a good position to lead us going forward. So appreciate the thoughts and open to criticism more than praise. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
The only criticism I would have is you know, the kind of reluctantness that you kind of bring forth, and we really need representatives that's going to be completely and fully committed and dedicated to this project and more of a full-time basis, in my opinion. Do you believe that you're going to have time to set out to kind of put forth to the community? You seem like you're pretty busy and got your hands full. Is that? I'm just asking.
Yeah, I would say.
If you think
completely. Todd, I think I have my hands full running an EOS.io based integrator and running infrastructure for EOS.io space.
Having a small daughter,
so,
you know, having a small child, I can empathize. I have 4 daughters,
yeah.
Which, like I said, the oldest one.
I think if I didn't have the time, I wouldn't be here. That's a valid question. And I meant to mention my reluctancy because I think it's important to be honest and transparent and not being gung-ho about everything. Well, I was very gung-ho about EOS governance at first. Right. I'm not reluctant about my time commitment, my passion. I'm a little reluctant that this process will end up being taken. There's a lot of vision, a lot of ideas, and I feel like we don't need more visionaries. We need more doers. So I'm a little reluctant. I'm reluctant but optimistic. So it's not reluctance as in like I don't want to be here. I'm just here because I was pushed to. I'm here because I want to. I'm here because I'm making time. Yeah. I'm reluctant that I'm a reluctant person thinking that this is actually going to you know, I've been burned, right? We've been burned by putting 3 years of our life.
I think a lot of us has been in the EOS community probably since the beginning. So yeah, I mean, we're all here.
I'm reluctant to do it again. Yeah. And I've been convinced by the passionate of people like we have today of saying this is something that we want to put time forward to. So,
and me, I will commit. You know, like I said, I'm personally committing on 100% of my time to this, and you know, so yeah, we need people who are going to be able to promote this and push
Todd,
this.
when you say you go ahead, Mark. You haven't even talked today, so sorry. Go ahead.
I'd like to get my 2 minutes in. I'm the head of Tippet.io. We provide a social wallet, what we call. It's a tipping application. It works on Telegram, Twitter, Twitch, GitHub, and Tippet.io. I think I forgot one. Our whole idea was to try to get the masses into EOS and cryptocurrency by making it as simple as possible. As you know, that EOS is great, high speed and everything, but you do have to pay for accounts and stuff like that. So that there's a little barrier to entry for the masses for that. So that's why we created Tippet. I think in December 2018, we came out with it. We support 70 different tokens across EOS, TLOS, and we're just adding WAX. So every one of those tokens, we work with the token owners to implement their token and put it into our applications. So we work with M&A, Karma, all these guys to support their tokens. So we got to meet a lot of the different people in the community. Going back a little bit further, the reason I got into cryptocurrency is I was deeply studying all kinds of social, economic, environmental issues. And every time I would read one of these things, I came to the conclusion that we have no solution for these problems. Our problems have now become global in nature rather than local. You look at environmental, climate change, whatever your belief in it is, it's a global issue. The pandemic is a global issue. Our economics are now global. Facebook, I should call it, is a global problem, and and could be good. But every time I read through these things, I thought there was no solution until I discovered cryptocurrency, especially those with governance, like EOS. So we really, I really felt like finally there was at least some solution to these problems we're having. And I'm looking forward to Eden OS to see if it can solve a lot of these issues for us. And just to connect with each one of you guys, it actually is my wedding anniversary today, Todd. So it's 32 years with my wife. So
wow, you got me beat a little bit. I started when I was 15, so.
Yeah. I would not have even thought to bring that up, except that you brought it up.
Well, it's just part of getting to know one another. You know?
Todd, I'm still doing my 2 minutes, please.
Go ahead.
Ami, back in the old days, I worked with I was at Motorola Paging, and we brought in a developer from Israel to implement the Hebrew language from right to left, and also a couple other languages along with that. So we came out with the Advisor pager that was first Chinese pager, first Hebrew pager, and stuff like that. So nice. That was a great experience. Worked with some Russian developers for that. And Edgar, I understand your reluctance when you're busy like that. I do have a balance of busy but also available between my Tippet. Really, my team of developers are really doing the core of work on that, and my the main business that funds Tippet, because Tippet is not really a revenue opportunity at this time. Our whole goal was just to be involved in EOS early on, try to make it easier, have some investment in EOS as well in case it does go up. That would be part of that community for when those opportunities arise like this or whatever. In terms of funding, obviously, I would like a little funding for Tippet, so to be honest about that. But I really want to fund the projects that are going to make the ecosystem go, whether that's video content or development new tools that we feel. I always feel like wallets would be better. Why we don't have built-in ledger capability into our phones by now is that's just got to come. So if people have connections to Samsung or Apple or something like that, to make something like that happen, so everyone could have an automatic wallet right on their phone, that would be amazing to bring in the masses, which we need to do. I also write quite a bit on various subjects. One of the things was I believe that through my calculations and stuff, that we're going to have an economic collapse in 2030, basically in US, but it'd probably be global. And I'm really passionate about making this process work, so we have a process in place before the collapse. So I really am passionate about that we get something going and get a better process in place to address these global problems. And in my main business, the credit card company charges about 3 to 5% for all the credit card purchases, which I think is highway robbery. So if we could get to EOS, we could solve that problem as well. And our company is doing service management software, which is kind of have a POS element as well. So that's my pitch, and I am looking to move to the next level if you guys will it.
Perfect.
Thanks, Mark.
Great job, Mark. Yeah, good job. And you said, does anybody else got any questions? I didn't mean to interrupt. I just, was just using this time as sort of also not to just build consensus, but to sort of build a community as well. So I wasn't trying to interrupt you, Mark. I was just, just kind of to put that out there. And, so this is a great time for us to build a community and get to know one another. And, so this is just a start of long-term relationships in my view. Yeah, great job. I look forward to seeing some more of your projects. I have looked into Tippet sometimes, and you guys are doing a great job over there. Congrats and keep it up.
Thanks. Yeah.
People are noticing. Just say that.
So Edgar, are you part of the block producer, the EOS Costa Rica block producer?
Yeah, that's our block producer. Yep.
Oh, okay, right.
On mainnet. Yep, that's right. Yeah, we've been there since the genesis.
And you, have you ever made it into the top 21, the big, quote, the big money?
We've actually never even been in a paid position. So we've never gotten enough votes to do it. So, and we're still here. I think, we always thought this was a marathon, not a sprint. I mean, I think if you ask a lot of people how many would still be here if they hadn't been paid one EOS, a lot of them already gone.
Yeah. I think the people who are kind of you.
Yeah, same with our Tippet, where is there?
Yeah. Like that, So the good thing is that we run a business, right? We never had a business model that was based on both rewards. We're an infrastructure business, so it makes sense. But I think we thought this was an infrastructure race. We showed up to a race with a Ferrari and with huge bare metal servers. And it ended up being a political kind of marketing. It was the one with the biggest megaphone, not the biggest engine. So the little Fiat with the subwoofers definitely made more noise and in a sense won the race. So not that that's wrong. I mean, that's just we're an infrastructure legacy business. And so we're all self-funded because we run a business. So, we've never done vote buying. We've never run multiple. We've never colluded with others. We've never, gone into a reward proxy. We just never thought it was it wasn't on our values. It wasn't what we stated to do when we started this. So, to our detriment, we never got rewarded, and we still haven't. But we continue to add value. So I think that's a little bit of what type of people we are, what type of people I am. I mean, I'm not here to get paid. I want to be able to fund projects and fund things that work, and hopefully build developers. I mean, that's what we've been trying to do in Latin America.
It all
So,
starts with
and I
community.
never answered the question of what we would do, right? I think we built this system. It's a rating system, on-chain rating system called EOS Rate. So I'd put those 1,000 EOS to that, to continue to fund building that. I think that would be really cool to be able to fund or represent our on-chain rating, one account, one rate. And you can even use that in politics, right? I mean, rate your legislator on-chain. So I'd throw those 1,000 in to continue to develop EOS Rate and use it on Eden.
Ami, how about you in terms of funding? Are you in the same position as us in terms of sort of self-funding, and or are you revenue generating?
Are you asking me? Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm working as a freelance CTO for 2 companies, one in Canada and one in Tel Aviv. And I manage some developers here in Tel Aviv. In Canada, it's actually one of the companies that deals with EOS. It's DApp Solutions, and they're actually a DSP for liquid apps. And I'm hoping to use the funds to advance some projects. One of them is SQL to EOS, and another is promoting EOS here in Israel, because it's a very high-tech community. Lots of startups, lots of developers here in Israel. And the company in Israel that I work for is actually a cybersecurity startup. And I think they're just in a big dead end, pouring lots of money to secure companies. And I think if they just switch their core business to using EOS.io technology and having that as the stack of database and backend software, it's going to automatically just make a non-issue of 90-something% of the vulnerabilities of software, databases. It's just a non-issue. So I really want to promote that and convert developers to use that. And it's a big effort. People are sometimes they're in the mindset of, oh, forget about that. I invested 3 years of my life learning SQL and Node.js and React and whatever. And I don't want to start over and learn from scratch something new. That's why I started with SQL to EOS. So you can just say, create table. This is the table name. These are the fields. And on the other side of the screen, you can see a live rendering of a C++ code that actually compiles to a smart contract.
Cool. Yeah, it's amazing to me how many people in the EOS community are all sweat equity. Like the EOS logo is like supposed to be the heart. Is everyone's heart is in it more than the money. You can't really influence the token price from our little efforts, but collectively it can definitely help if everyone's if everything kind of goes well. We did have the downturn. You guys probably all went through that. That was really heartbreaking. That there was so much heart early on when the launch happened, and then kind of fizzled. But I'm so excited about this new effort to bring it all back again and bring the people back into the effort.
Yeah. Looks like Eden EOS is going to actually fix that and align the people and the funding. And I really like the fractal nature of it, and that it's anti-fragile.
Yeah, I'm excited about. I'm cautiously excited about Eden. I'm really glad they're running these tests. I'm curious to see how this works with 10 people in a room. So, you know, I'm also a gardener, so I'll just use an analogy is that you might read something in a book that says, oh, do your gardening this way. But, you know, sometimes it just doesn't work in your environment or your, you know, climate or whatever. And so you have to try other ideas. So I'm open if Eden doesn't work out in its current thing that it will adapt to become a workable solution. And it'd be interesting to be part of that process to see how we adapt it based on this test.
I think one very important and delicate part of Eden OS success probability is the people that get invited. And if they actually read the book and if they understand what are the founding principles and ideas of this community. I don't like the word community, but that's a community.
Sure. Yeah. Ecosystem, a community. Yeah.
Yeah. So who do we vote for?
Well, I guess we can all vote for ourselves. I would like to sort of ask, you know, sort of give my full ask for one more time to ask for your vote. Like I said, I don't know if I got to fully answer your question, Edgar, earlier. I think you maybe was going to ask me how I was going to spend my time.
Well, I mean, when you say full time to this, what do you mean by that? What does full time in Eden mean to you?
Well, it put in hours, so at least 50 to 60 hours is a full-time job per week. So, but as far as commitment, I am not dedicated to any other projects, and so I will be, you know, making content for Eden OS and putting my full backing and support into this project to represent us as a community, as a group, and not just individually here. I'm not here for the money or here for my own individual purposes. Like you, Mark, I have young daughters that I'm kind of sort of worried about going into this political climate that we, you know, are entering into. So I also want to see the changes, and I want to be the change that I want to see to happen. And so as far as, you know, like I said, I don't have no other full-time projects. You know, I was retired about 18 months ago and it's sort of been repurposing it. I have some side projects that I work on, but nothing that's fully scalable enough. EOS is not ready for me to scale on it yet. So as soon as we can get EOS up and running, good enough to be scalable, and some of these wallet issues and exchange issues, like you guys mentioned, then I can fully deploy the project that I've been working on. It's not quite ready yet. The infrastructure is not quite ready yet. You know, we've been laying rails for years now. And it's almost time to take that old infrastructure and put it onto these new rails. You know, I'll use the analogy of construction because I've been in construction for 2 decades now as a land surveyor, and it all starts with the sort of infrastructure. And you know, the new rails that are being built on is you know, pretty much ready to be deployed to start taking not only billions but trillions of dollars of equity from the old markets and to put on these new markets. And I will do my best to absolutely represent this Eden OS community, and to you know, pull my heart and soul into the project, and you know, never waving a commitment to really push us and push this new sort of democratic way of coming to consensus, is coming to voting. This is, you know, we're breaking ground here, guys. This is sort of a historical moment, and you know, I want to take this sort of pride and this passion and this commitment that I have, you know, and move that forward for years to come. I hope to, you know, like I said, I hope to represent not only just myself, but this group here in the community at large, to the utmost of my ability, you know, and I will pour all of my pride and passion into this community, to grow this community, to raise this community, to help this community mature into something that can be a force to fight with. And I'm ready for that battle, and I'm up for it.
Well, thanks for that, Todd. Ami, just to you're a freelancer, and you work on EOS project. I know you did EOS in a box. I remember you presented that.
Right.
earlier on.
That was morphed into SQL to EOS, which is I think
Okay.
something that's more needed.
But you have a day job, right? That's just in general freelancing and coding, developer work.
I work part-time in Tel Aviv, and I work part-time at night for this company in Canada for DAP Solutions. Cool. Yeah, and I'm flexible,
Mark,
and I have free time, and if I win, not this test selection with a 1,000 EOS prize, but if I win for the 6 months afterwards, then I think I'm gonna slow down or dial down the Tel Aviv project, which is not related to EOS, and just work more on this. Oh, we have 8 minutes left.
Mark, you said you have a Tippet, and but you also, do you have like a freelancer job or a day job that you work that's outside of EOS?
Yeah, I have a company, High Five Software, that we have developers in that company that work there, but they also do Tippet. So that's kind of how we fund Tippet. And Tippet, it hasn't made any money. So just the passion of that group is doing that. But what happened was I own the High Five Software company, and a number of years ago, I decided to go part-time. So I went from like and let the team kind of run that company. So I was able to, go from the typical 40 to 80 hours a week to about now it's about 4 hours a week for that company, and the rest of the group runs that and helps run Tippet. And then I spend a few hours a week on Tippet, and then I have real estate business and things like that. But I actually, despite all that, I actually have a good amount of time to spend on things. So I'm blessed that I've reached this kind of level of freedom in my life because of various investments and things like that. So I spend the amount of time I need to, but they don't typically need me at High Five Software except for payroll. And Tippet also is they're self motivated, and the Tippet side too.
Awesome. Good. I just want to kind of understand that. Yeah, we're full time in EOS, and we'll continue to be, regardless of this effort or not. Our business is EOS Costa Rica. We run infrastructure and develop on EOS.io. That's my full-time job.
Made note of all you guys' projects, and regardless if I still win today, I will be supporting and promoting all you guys' projects in the future to come. So absolutely. If I win this 1,000 EOS, I'm gonna give you guys 1,000 of it each to do what you want, so that and to support this whole entire community. So, and then the rest, like I told my other group earlier, 200 will be going back into the Eden.tm EOS account, is what you're going to be sending your membership dues to. So that'll go directly back into the fund, and the community can decide to do what it as they want: marketing, leadership, video storage, whatever we need to do with it. We'll have at least 200 to go back in there. 200 of it will be going into the Integra Foundation. So the foundation that Brock Pierce and Crystal Rose run. And so that's the majority of the bulk there. But yeah, I look to support you guys 100%.
Thank you. Do you want to say who you want to vote for? How do we do this?
You guys
does anyone not want to vote or want to vote for someone besides themselves? Let's start with that.
I'm gonna vote for myself.
I'll do the following. I'm gonna recant my candidacy because and I'll vote for one of you guys. So
Thank you, Edgar.
I won't be running anymore, and I will communicate my vote through the Telegram, if that's okay.
Oh, that's
No,
perfectly
I think
fine, Edgar.
we need to state the
I mean,
vote here.
I would like
and-
to go ahead, Amy, but we have a short amount of time left. I would like to kind of make this a sort of test. If we can all, like before, come to an agreement within the room, and then when we exit the room, we can just we know that we've come into consensus. That's sort of how we've done the first
Okay.
round. So if we
Great.
could do that, I'd love to ask for your vote, Edgar. Like I said, man to man, I will not let you down. And you've got eyes on you, my friend. I promise you.
Thank you.
So I guess I'll lead by saying I fully believe that I believe I can support this community the best, and I ask for you guys' vote. I will not let you down, I promise.
Mark, who do you want to vote for, or?
So I think Edward was gonna say a vote one way or another, but are you willing to do that, Edgar?
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for Ami.
Oh, thank you.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Mark,
Since Edgar pulled out, I would vote for Ami or myself. So I'll leave it to Todd.
yeah, I mean, I guess we can all sort of vote for ourselves. I believe that, you know, I hate that I couldn't get your vote, Edgar. I still look forward to working with you in the future, my friend. I really do. And I believe that, you know, I can wholeheartedly represent this community. And I will not let you guys down. So regardless if I'm voted here or not today, I look forward to working with you guys in the future. And, you know, I will be around. You know, like I said, I'm really passionate about this project, and I really hope that I can commit to you guys at a level that I need to be able to bring the sort of awareness and commitment that I need to bring at a level to really make an impact. And I really believe if you elect me and vote for me, that I could really do that. And I will not stop until it happens.
So Todd, Ami has 1.5 votes. I have a half vote. So I think if you pick one of those, then we can move forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to vote for myself, guys. I think I can represent us at a more capacity than Ami. Ami, do you really believe that you have the commitment and the capacity to really fully represent this group and community? I mean, do you?
Yes, I believe I
really
can, but you know, I think it's not really critical. And
I think it's very critical at this point in time and moment. We need to move.
I'm saying critical is who we choose for. I think if we choose you or me, it's fine either way. I vote for me, but if we get to the end of this 50 minutes and we don't have any representative that we agree on, I think that's not good for us.
Yeah, I agree.
So Ami, what would your vote be? What would your vote be?
I would vote for me, but if it's either me or Todd, and
I'd really appreciate it, Ami. This would mean the world to me and my daughters and my family. I really appreciate it, and I would really, really not forget about you, my friend.
Right, so we need to wrap it up. I second on the vote for Ami, since we're at the last minute. So now, Ami, you've got 2 votes. Todd, you don't have any except yours. If you are able to vote for Ami, then we can at least reach consensus.
I think I have 3 votes because I'm voting for me also.
Oh yeah.
And,
three votes.
I think that's the end.
Yeah, if you guys change your mind, I'd be willing to really promote your projects to the fullest of my extent.
I really appreciate that, Todd.
And really, guys,
this
you
is not the
consider-
end. We'll keep in touch, and we're building a community, and it's a big system. It's for the long run.
Yeah, I hope you guys
I think it would be
reconsider.
good if Todd, if you, it would be good. I think it would be good to reach 100% consensus. If you want to, Ami's got 3 votes. You've got 1.
Yeah.
I don't think it's needed. I mean,
No, I don't think it's needed. I mean, if you guys decide to change your mind in the Telegram group, I think that would be ultimately the best case scenario. I mean, I think I can really represent this group better than my friend, and I really hope that you can change your mind and vote for me, my friend. I really, really do. I'm
I understand.
convinced that I can represent this group
Okay.
better. And Mark, please, I ask you, my friend, to do the same. If you could reconsider your vote and vote for me.
I'm voting for Ami because
okay.
he's showed the dedication of all these years of his commitment to EOS.
Yeah, I've been a Genesis block holder. I'm a Genesis member.
So I'm sticking with my vote.
Okay, I think we can wrap this call and vote on Telegram.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Have a great, guys.
Bye.